This question is very interesting. We have to find the value of x in these fractions. Here, x is the numerator of this fraction and x is the denominator of this fraction. Our target is to find the value of x that is common as the numerator and as the denominator here. The first thing we want to do is to convert each of these mixed fraction into improper fraction. And if we do that, we have 3 times 1, 3, plus x, 3 plus x, all over 3, times 3 times x, 3x, plus 1, all over x, equals 35 over 6. Now we are solving for x. At the numerator, we have 3 plus x multiplying 3x plus 1, all over, at the denominator, we have 3 times x, 3x, equals 35 over 6. If we expand the numerator by opening the bracket, we are going to obtain 3x squared plus 10x plus 3. If you take your time to expand this carefully, you are going to arrive at this. Divided by 3x equals 35 all over 6. At this point, we are free to cross multiply. 6 multiplies this numerator and 3x multiplies 35. So that we have 6 into 3x squared plus 10x plus 3 equal to 3x times 35 gives us 105x. Let's open up this bracket by multiplying through by 6. 6 times 3x squared gives us 18x squared. 6 times 10x gives us 60x. 6 times 3 gives us 18. I just brought in this 105x by subtracting it so that everything is equal to 0. 60x minus 105x will give us minus 45x. So we have 18x squared minus 45x plus 18 equals 0. If you look at this, there is a common factor. So let's reduce this further by dividing through by the common factor. And that common factor is 3. So if we divide through by 3, we are going to be having 6x squared. 18 divided by 3 is 6, minus 15x. 45 divided by 3 is 15, plus 6, because 18 divided by 3 is 6. And of course, 0 divided by 3 will also give us 0. Now we have a proper quadratic equation. And we are going to solve this problem by completing the square method. If we are going to complete the square for this one, the first thing we want to do is to make sure that the coefficient of x squared, which is the leading coefficient, is 1 by dividing through this equation by 6. If we divide through by 6, we will successfully make the coefficient of x squared to be 1. So let's divide through by 6. So that we have x squared after dividing by 6 minus 15 all over x, minus 15 all over 6x plus 6 all over 6 equals to 0. Always make sure that the leading coefficient is 1 when solving by completing the square method. From here, we have that 6 divided by 6 is 1, and if that one crosses over, it becomes negative 1. So we have x squared minus 15 all over 6x equals to, this crosses over to become negative 6 all over 6, and 6 all over 6 is 1. So we have x squared minus 15 over 6x equals to negative 1. Let's move to the next page. So this is what we have. And from here, what we want to do is to identify the middle term. The middle term here is 15 all over 6. What we need to do is to take the middle term, half it, and square the product. Or square the product. And add it to both sides of the equation. This is what I mean. We are going to add half of 15 over 6 because 15 over 6 is the middle term. We are going to square the product and we are adding it to both sides of the equation so that we have x squared minus 15x plus half of 15 over 6 means 15 times 1 is 15, 2 times 6 is 12. We square it, add it to the left, and we equally add it to the right so that the equation will be balanced. From here, let's look at the left hand side first. We pick this x, we pick this negative sign, and we pick this 15 all over 12 and square everything. By the time you expand this x minus 15 all over 12 squared, you are going to obtain this back. You're going to obtain x squared minus 15 all over 6x plus 15 all over 12 all squared. So this and this are technically the same. When you have this in the completing the square method, just pick only the x without the square. Pick this negative sign. If it was positive, pick positive. Pick 15 all over 12 and square everything. And everything becomes equal to negative 1 plus 15 squared is 225 and 12 squared is 144. On the right hand side, we have 144 as the common denominator, and 144 multiplies negative 1 to give us negative 144. 144 into 144 is 1, and times 225 gives us plus 225. Minus 144 plus 225 is definitely 81, and that is over 144. This is squared. To take away the squared, we are going to take the square root of both sides. And if we do that, we are going to be having x minus 15 all over 12 equals to the square root of 81 all over 144. Plus or minus, because for quadratic equation, a very simple way to do it is to take the square root of both sides and introduce a positive and negative, because there are going to be two answers. One will take the positive sign, while the other will take the negative signs. Moving on, we have x equals to 15 over 12 plus or minus. The square root of 81 is 9. The square root of 144 is 12. And this breaks down to x equals to 15 plus or minus 9 all over 12, because 12 is a common denominator here. From here, we can now obtain the two values of x. One of them will take the positive and the other the negative. So we have x equals to 15 plus 9 all over 12 for the positive, or x equals to 15 minus 9 all over 12 for the negative. On the next page, this is what we've got. So let's resolve this. 15 plus 9 is 24, so we have x equals to 24 all over 12, or x equals to 6 all over 12. 24 all over 12 gives us 2. 6 all over 12 is 0.5. Of course, the denominator of a fraction cannot be another fraction, so 0.5 is not suitable. The numerator of a fraction cannot be another fraction, which means 0.5 is not suitable. So we can say 0.5 is unsuitable, which brings us to the value of x as 2. And this is the answer to the question. It's very, very simple. If you put 2 here, you have 1 whole number, 2 all over 3, times 3 whole number, 1 over 2. If you do the simple multiplication, you are going to get 35 all over 6. Thank you for watching this video, and here is another interesting one for you to do. Find the value of x in this mixed fraction multiplication and put your answer in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you in the next video.